Hello, everybody. This is Bernie Strum, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Sorry for that false start that I just made. If you'll bear with me 1 second, I got to make one adjustment here. Okay, we're back. This is Bernie Strum, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm sorry about the confusing start, but I had a little problem here with my computer, but we're ready to go here at the Polo Grounds in New York for the game of May 1st, 1914, between the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees. Good evening, Lord of Judgment. Thank you for stopping by. I'm glad you found the proper stream that we're doing here at 10 o'clock. The first one that I started a couple of minutes earlier had a problem with the software, but we're back and everything's okay. Anyway, a few things I want to go over today before the game gets started is that I wanted to let you know that I made a few adjustments in my Out of the Park program, and we're going to miss the first two batters of the game because I started the game before I decided that I was going to broadcast it. And so the first two batters of the game, Harry Hooper struck out and Clyde Engel grounded to shortstop. We're going to start with the third batter, Tris Speaker. Hi, Dwayne. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate you stopping in so late at night on the East Coast. Anyway, a couple other things I wanted to go over. Why I replay seasons. I replay seasons because when I started back in this hobby 4 years ago, I was only playing one-off games in series, and you'd play famous one-off games, no-hitters, games where guys hit 4 home runs or hit for the cycle, series that went 7 games and your team just lost. For the Red Sox, I had a lot to choose from. Anyway, when I replayed those, they never were as good as the originals. And then I started to play a few seasons, and I found out if you play an entire season, you'll have those no-hit games, you'll have those special games, and you'll have those great series. But you never know when they're going to show up, and they almost never show up on the day they did in real life. So that's why I play seasons. I enjoy following other people's seasons. Dwayne, I'm having a great time following 1961 with you. And Legends, of course, has got a great season. He's into his second season of his MLB The Show broadcast, and I really enjoy that. Hello, Gary. How are you? Glad you stopped by. Anyway, those are the answers to why I play seasons. I've also noticed that there's been a lot of stuff on YouTube lately. It's hard to keep up with everybody's seasons and do the 8 replays I'm currently working on, but I do it. I do post my replays on Facebook if anybody wants to follow them. And once a month on a blog post, I summarize where those projects are at the end of every month. Anyway, here's the standings for the 1914 season on May 4th. In the American League, the White Sox are leading the pack at 10-4, followed by Philadelphia 7-3, and the Red Sox also at 7-3. Both those teams are one game back. The Cincinnati Reds are 10-3 in the National League, and way down in 7th place are the Boston Braves, who are going to end up winning the National League in real life. They started the season at 1-8. All right, let's hit the game here. I'm going to go to the live scores that we We're already into the games. The games being played today: Boston at New York, Washington at Philadelphia, the White Sox at Detroit, Cincinnati at Pittsburgh, New York and Boston in the National League, and Philadelphia and Brooklyn. Okay. Let's enter the game. Here we go. The third batter up for the Red Sox, but let me go over the lineups. We have Harry Hooper batting first. In right field, at first base, Clyde Engel. Those, like I said, Hooper struck out. Clyde Engel grounded to short his second batter of the game. We're going to start with Tris Speaker in center field batting third. Duffy Lewis in left field batting fourth. Larry Gardner at third batting fifth. Steve Yerkes batting sixth at second. Everett Scott at shortstop batting seventh. Pinch Thomas catching batting eighth. And the pitcher, Hugh Bedient, batting ninth for the Red Sox. Walsh, Holden, Hartzell in the outfield for the Yankees. Maisel, Peckinpah, Truesdale, Williams at first. Sweeney catching. Caldwell, Ray Caldwell, who we're going to have him the player of the game. We'll do a Beatles-type reading sometime. He's a very interesting player doing the pitching. And here we go. Caldwell looks in, gets the sign. He's pitching to Speaker with 2 outs here in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. Ball's hit in the right field. That ball is going back. It is going to fall against the wall on 2 hops. The right fielder picks it up, throws it in a second. Speaker slides ahead of the throw, and he's in there with a double with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. The number 4 hitter stepping in, Duffy Lewis. Duffy Lewis on the season, batting .356, no home runs, 2 RBIs. Speaker takes his lead off a second. Caldwell looks in. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to short, over to first, and the inning's over at the end of 1/2 an inning. Red Sox nothing, and the Yankees coming to bat. Here the Yankees line up here in the bottom of the first inning. Excuse me. Hit the wrong button. Return to the game. Batting first, Fritz Maisel at third. Roy Hartzell in right field batting second. Jimmy Walsh in left field batting third. Harry Williams batting fourth at first base. Bill Holden batting fifth in center field. Ed Sweeney batting sixth catching. Roger Peckinpah at short batting seventh. Frank Truesdale batting eighth at second. And Ray Caldwell pitching batting ninth. The Red Sox have the usual outfield, Lewis, Speaker, and Hooper. In the infield, that's also their usual infield. Gardner, Scott, Yerkes, and Engel. Thomas catching, Bedient pitching. He gets the sign, and here's the pitch. Fly ball in the right field. Hooper is under it for the out, 1 away. Stepping in, Roy Hartzell for the season batting $125. Bedient into his windup. And there's a line drive in the center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. And Hartzell gets the first hit of the day for the Yankees. Round second, goes back to first. Bedient will now face Jimmy Walsh, who's batting .312 with 3 home runs. He's leading the league in home runs here in the early season, 7 RBIs. Obedient winds. Here's the pitch. Going to be a stolen base. Pass ball. I missed it. Ball gets by Thomas. The runner goes to second. Now there's a runner on second. Still one out. Obedient throws. Runner's going to third. He's out by a mile. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Have no idea why he went to steal third because it wasn't even close. 1-1 count on the batter, Walsh. Here's the pitch. That ball's hit on a line into right center field. It's going to drop, a base hit. Walsh holds it first. Runner on first, 2 outs. If that runner hadn't tried to steal third, he would have scored. The Yankees would be leading 1-0. Harry Williams steps in. Obedient checks the runner. He winds and fires. Ball gets by Thomas again. It's a wild pitch this time, not a pass ball, and Walsh goes to second. Red Sox having a little trouble here in the bottom of the first inning, but they're lucky not to have allowed any runs. Obedient gets his sign, looks in. Here's the windup and the pitch. Base hit in the right field. That's going to score a run. Yankees lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. That's the third hit of the game for the Yankees, and Obedient looks like he doesn't have much in the way of pitching today. His last game he started out this way and then pitched 6 or 7 shutout innings afterwards. Obedient checks Williams at first. Holden stepping in, batting .250. No home runs, 5 runs batted in. Obedient has the sign. He throws. Bounding ball to third. It's over to first. He's got him. The inning's over. I didn't notice. You'll have to forgive me. I haven't broadcast a game in a week, and I'm a little rusty. That runner did not score. The Yankees didn't score. And at the end of one, there is no score. Well, I hope the second inning works better for me than the first. If you'll hold on a minute, I'll be right back after I get a sip of water. I'm not used to broadcasting this late at night. I'm usually an early day game broadcaster. And so that first inning was a mess. Hopefully the rest of the game will be better. Here in the top of the second inning, Larry Gardner, Yerkes, and Scott do up for the Red Sox to face Ray Caldwell. Caldwell gets his sign. Larry Gardner batting .233 in this young season. Caldwell winds. Here's the pitch. There's a pop-up. Third baseman in foul territory puts it away for the out. 1 down. Steve Yerkes stepping in, batting .263. Caldwell gets his sign. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to short. He's up with it, throws to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the second. I've yet to make a mistake. Third batter up this inning is Everett Scott, hitting .212. No home runs, no RBIs. Caldwell gets his sign. He's into the windup. And there's another bounding ball to short. Over to first for the out. 3 up, 3 down as we head to the bottom of the second. No score. Here we are at the bottom of the second. Let me just check, see if there's anybody in the chat I need to say hello to. I'm looking forward to your 1903 World Series, Dwayne. Bedient will face Sweeney, Peckinpah, and Truesdale. Sweeney, the catcher, batting .207, no home runs. 1 run batted in. Bedient into his windup. Here's the pitch. Fly ball into center field. Just Speaker moving in. Puts it away. 1 down. Stepping up to the right side of the plate, Roger Peckinpah, the shortstop, batting .267. Bedient into his windup. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive into right field, and the Yankees have their 4th hit of the day. No runs to show for it, but they've got 4 hits off of Bedient, and we're only got into the bottom of the 2nd inning with 1 out. Truesdale stepping in, batting .235. Second baseman is batting 8th. Peckinpah takes his lead. Bedient gets the sign. He swings and he strikes out. There's 2 down. Pitcher Caldwell stepping in. Caldwell is a good hitting pitcher, batting .375. He's used quite a bit as a pinch hitter. Bedient checks Peckinpah, gets his sign from Thomas. He's into his windup to Caldwell, and he walks him. Runners will be on first and second. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd. Top of the order. Maisel stepping in. Fritz is hitting .194, no home runs. 1 run batted in. Bedient checks the runners at second and first, gets his sign. He's into the windup. There's a ground ball to shortstop. Over to second for the force out, and the inning is over. At the end of 2, there's still no score. As we go to the top of the 3rd, after that sip of water, the Red Sox have the bottom 2 hitters in their order, Thomas and Bedient, followed by the top of the order, Harry Hooper. Thomas stepping in, batting .333. Caldwell has his sign, and he's into the windup. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle, base hit into center field. Thomas will round first. Stops, goes back to the bag as the ball's thrown in to second. Bedient stepping in and hitting .250, 1 for 4 in his only game he played so far this year. Thomas takes his lead. Caldwell checks him. Here's the pitch. And there's the bunt. It's a pop-up, and he is out as the first baseman puts it away. A failed sacrifice bunt as Thomas has to hold it first, as Williams caught that on the fly. Harry Hooper, his first time up for you guys, but his second time up in the game. He's 0 for 1. Thomas takes his lead. Infield playing back. Here's Caldwell's pitch to Hooper. Base hit. Just past the shortstop. He got his glove on it. Could not make a play. The runner gets to second, and everybody is safe. Infield hit for Hooper. The Red Sox, who have dodged a bullet here in the first 2 innings, now have runners on first and second. 1 out. Thomas in scoring position, angles up, batting .167. Caldwell checks the runners, gets the sign. He's into the pitch. And he hits a line drive. Base hit. It's going to drop in front of the center fielder. Let's see what the runner on third does. He's going to hold up. The bases are loaded. Still no score in the game, and the Red Sox have tied The Yankees now with 4 hits apiece. Both teams are no runs, 4 hits, no errors. The Red Sox have the bases loaded. Tris Speaker, their best hitter, up. Caldwell in a bit of trouble here. Looks in at Sweeney. He gets the sign. Pitches from a stretch. Here it is. And he strikes out looking for the second out. Tris Speaker didn't even move the bat off his shoulder. 2 away here in the top of the third. Base is still loaded for Duffy Lewis, 0 for 1 today. Caldwell gets the sign. Let's see if he can get out of this. He winds. He fires. He can't. He walks him, and the first run of the game comes in on a base on balls to Clyde Engel here in the top of the third inning. Base is still loaded for Larry Gardner, who's 0 for 1 today. Caldwell checks all the runners, gets his sign. He's into the windup. Here's the pitch. And the center fielder puts it away for the out. For a second, it looked like it might have dropped, but the center fielder came in, Holden, caught it at the knees, and at the end of 2.5 innings, the Red Sox lead. The Yankees 1-0. We go to the bottom of the third. Hartzell, Walsh, and Williams due up. Hartzell singled his first time up. Obedience into a windup. Here's the pitch. And he hits a ground ball to third. Engel up with it, steps in the bag, unassisted. 1 up, 1 down. Jimmy Walsh, the left fielder. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Obedient gets his sign. He winds. He throws. And there's a ground ball. Hit the second. Yerke's up with it. Over to first. 2 up, 2 down. So far, it's a quick inning as Harry Williams stepping up to the plate. He's also 1 for 1 today. Obedient gets his sign. He winds. Here's the pitch. And there's a base hit up the middle. Williams is now 2 for 2 as he rounds first. He holds, goes back to the bag. The ball comes in a second. And Bill Holden stepping in 0 for 1, batting .241. Williams takes a short lead. Obedience into his windup. Here's the pitch. It's a base hit in the center field. Hit number 6 for the Yankees. The runner's going to hold at second. Yankees threatened with runners on first and second with 2 away. Ed Sweeney, 0 for 1 today. Batting an even .200. The Yankees trailing 1-0. Trying to tie this game up. Obedient checks the runners, gets the sign. He's into the windup. Ball 4. Crowd's making some noise here in the Polo Grounds. The Yankees have loaded the bases just as the Red Sox did in the top of the inning. Both teams flirting with danger. Obedient checks the runners. Peckinpah stepping in is 1 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. And there's a line drive into right field. Hooper puts it away. The inning's over. The Red Sox get out of the bases loaded mess at the end of 3. They lead 1-0. Here in the top of the second, Red Sox 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. Yankees no run, 6 hits, no errors. Yerkes, Scott, and Thomas due up to face Caldwell. Time for another sip of water. Excuse me. I'm back. Here we go. Caldwell looked in, gets the sign from Sweeney. Yerkes today. What has he done today? He's 0 for 1. Caldwell has the sign. Winds and throws. Ground ball to third. Up with it. Over to first. Williams puts it away. 1 down. Caldwell now to face Scott. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Caldwell looks in. Here's the pitch. Scott hits a grass cutter to short. He's a diving stop. He's over to first. What a play by Peckinpah short. He got up through to Williams, and Scott was out by 2 steps. Caldwell now facing Pinch Thomas, who's singled his first time up, batting .375 on the season. Caldwell has his sign. Here's the pitch to Thomas. And he's out. Strike 3. He struck out looking. At the end of 3.5, Red Sox still lead 1-0. Well, after that botched first inning of doing the play-by-play, I think I've got it. Thanks, Dwayne. I appreciate the compliment. Here we go. Bottom of the 4th inning. Bedient to face Truesdale Caldwell. Bottom 2 in the order, followed by Maisel, the top of the order. 0 for 1 today. Truesdale batting .222. Bedient winds. He fires. And there's a line drive in the left field. That ball's going to drop in front of Duffy Lewis for a base hit. And the Yankees get their 7th hit in only the 4th inning, although they've yet to score. But the Red Sox, flirting with these lead runners on, can't possibly do this the entire game. Caldwell, the pitcher, due up. He steps in once again. He's a good hitting pitcher. He walked his first time up. Bedient checks Truesdale. Here's the pitch. He's going to bunt. The sacrifice works. He's out 1-3. The runner goes to second. Yankees have a runner in scoring position, Truesdale, with only 1 away on the top of the order up. Maisel 0 for 2 today, batting .188. Bedient checks Truesdale second, trying to keep him close. Pitches from the stretch. There's a ground ball to short. It's in the left field. It's past. Got into short left field. He picks it up. The runner has to hold at third. And there is the 8th hit of the game for the Yankees. Excuse me for coughing. I still have the remnants of a cold. Hold on 1 second. Shut the mic off when I coughed. Runners on first and third. Still no runs in for the Yankees. The Red Sox have dodged a bullet the whole game, but I got a funny feeling here in the bottom of the 4th. They're about to pay the piper as Hartzell stepping in, 1 for 2, batting .154. Bedient throws. There's a bunt. Right back to the mound. They throw home. The runner is out at home. I don't believe it. The Red Sox get the lead runner at home. Yankees still have failed to score after 8 hits in 4 innings, but now they have runners on first and second with 2 away. This is the kind of game a team loses with 8 hits in 4 innings and can't get a run across. Jimmy Walsh leads the league in home runs with 3 this year. Last year, he hit 0 home runs for the whole season. He's batting, is that .324 this season? He's having a good year. Hartzell at first, Maisel at second takes their lead. Bedient has the sign. Here's the pitch. Base hit in the center field. That's going to score the tying run. The Yankees will have runners on first and third, 2 outs. And finally, with their 9th hit of the game, they tie it up. It's now even at 1. Bedient has allowed 9 hits in 4 innings. I don't know how long he'll last. If he was pitching in 2014 instead of 1914, he'd already be gone. Bedient will face Williams, who's 2 for 2 on the day. Walsh at first. Hartzell takes his lead off a third. Bedient gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Williams, that's a base hit in the left field. The second run's going to score. The throw comes in. And the Yankees now have runners on first and second with a 2-1 lead after they get their 10th hit in only the 4th inning. Kerrigan shaking his head in the Red Sox dugout, doesn't know what to do about this. Holden stepping in, 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch by Bedient. That's a fly ball in the center field. Speaker camping under it. He puts it away. The Red Sox finally get the 3rd out, but the Yankees score 2 in the bottom of the 4th and now lead 2-1. Okay, here we go. Almost halfway through the game. We go to the top of the 5th. Red Sox send up Bedient, Hooper, and Engel. Caldwell's first time pitching with a lead today. He gets his sign, and here's the pitch. Bedient's going to strike out swinging. 1 down for the Red Sox. Harry Hooper steps up. 1 for 2 on the day. Caldwell gets the sign. Here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball. He's going to be out. 3-1. Nice play by the first baseman, flipping to the pitcher, Bedient covering. And there's 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 1st. Clyde Engel, 1 for 2 to face Caldwell. Caldwell gets his sign. Here's the pitch. And he's going to attempt to bunt for a hit, but it is going to be unsuccessful. And the Red Sox, 3 up, 3 down here halfway through the game. Yankees lead 2-1. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, Sweeney, Peckinpah, Truesdale due up. Bedient's allowed 10 hits today. Let's see what happens. He's into his windup. Here's the pitch. There's a bounding ball to third. He throws to first, and it's an errant throw. That ball gets by Engel. Sweeney's going to end up on second base. That's an error on the third baseman on the throw. Nobody out, and the Yankees have a run in scoring position. Peckinpah, 1 for 2 on the day, batting .281. Sweeney takes his lead. Here's the pitch by Bedient, and there's a bunt towards first. The throw to the pitcher, covering. He's safe. Unbelievable. Was that the pitcher covering, or that was a second baseman covering? I blew that. In any event, the batter is safe on a bunt attempted sacrifice. The Yankees now have runners on first and third. 11 hits in the game. Bedient is even in more trouble as he faces Truesdale, who's 1 for 2, batting .263. Bedient checks the runners and throws. Runner goes to second. He is caught stealing. He is out. That's the second runner Thomas has thrown out today. And the runner on third holds. Yankees doing the Red Sox a favor. Runner on third now with one away. Infield playing in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 down. All of a sudden, instead of having runners on first and third and nobody out, there's 2 outs with a runner on third. And Bedient is 1 out away from escaping this inning. Gets his sign. He looks over at third. He's into the windup. He throws. Base hit into center field. He didn't get out of the inning. The run scores. Yankees now lead 3-1 as the runner rounds first, goes back to the bag. Caldwell helps his own cause by knocking in a run as Fritz Meisel stepping into the plate, 1 for 3 on the day, hitting .212. Caldwell at first. Yankees have a 3-1 lead. More importantly, or more indicatively of the game they're having, they've got 12 hits. Here's Bedient's pitch. Fly ball in the left field. Lewis puts it away. The inning's over, but not before the Yankees add to their lead, and at the end of 5, it's 3-1. Al, Red Sox fan, checks in. Hi, Al. Hope all is well. Here we go in the top of the 6th. Speaker, Lewis, and Gardner trying to erase this 3-1 Yankee lead. Caldwell has allowed 4 hits and 1 run today. It was earned. Caldwell gets the sign. He's into his windup, and here's the pitch. And he takes ball 4. Leadoff runner gets on for the Red Sox. Tris Speaker is a threat to steal, even 2 runs behind. He takes his lead. Duffy Lewis 0 for 1 on the day. He does have an RBI, batting .348 on the season. Caldwell checks Speaker at first. He's into the windup. Here's the pitch. There's a bunt. Speaker's going to make it to second. Lewis is out at first. 1 away. Red Sox have a runner in scoring position here in dead ball baseball. Speaker now takes his lead. Larry Gardner stepping in 0 for 2, batting .219. Caldwell checks Speaker. Here's the pitch. Fly ball in the right field. Not too deep. It's going to be caught by the right fielder. Throws it in. The runner stays where he is. Hartzell throws the ball in. 2 away now. Speaker still on second. Caldwell 1 out away from getting out of a runner in scoring position and 1 out. Steve Yerke's 0 for 2 on the day. He's batting .250 for the season. Caldwell checks Speaker, gets his sign from Sweeney. He's into the windup. Here's the pitch. Fly ball into center field. He's going to put it away for the out. And the Red Sox go down without getting a run at the end of 5.5, 3-1 Yankees. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, Bedient, who is not pitching a good game, surprisingly, though, is only allowed 3 runs, will face Hartzell, the right fielder, Walsh, the left fielder, and Williams, the first baseman. And if he gets on, the number 5 hitter, the number 5 hitter, Holden, who made that last catch to end the inning, will be up 4th. Bedient checks in with Thomas, has the sign. He's into the windup. Here's the pitch. Strike three. He swung and missed. One down for New York. Walsh, 2 for 3 on the day, batting .343, stepping in against Bedient. He seems to have his number. Bedient gets his sign. Here's the pitch. There's a pop-up to the second baseman. Puts it away for the out. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Harry Williams, the first baseman, up. He's 3 for 3 on the day, and the Red Sox are lucky there's nobody on because he obviously has Bedient's number. Let's see if he can find a pitch that Williams can't hit. Bedient's into his windup. Here's the throw. And there's a fly ball into center field. Speaker puts it away for the out. And at the end of 6, Yankees still lead 3-1. Top of the 7th inning for the Red Sox. They have the bottom third of the order. Scott Thomas, Bedient 2 up. Caldwell into his windup. Here's the pitch. Fly ball in the center field. He's got it for the out. 1 up, 1 down as Holden puts that ball away. Thomas stepping in, 1 for 2 on the day, batting .353 on the season. Caldwell gets his sign, winds and fires. Ground ball to second. Over to first for the out. Great play by Truesdale, and at 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Red Sox have done nothing in this game, just scratched out 4 hits so far. We have a pinch hitter, Hendrickson, batting for the pitcher. Hendrickson's 0 for 2 in this young season. Bats from the left side. Caldwell throws. He walks him. Hendrickson's going to go to first. Red Sox have a runner on. 2 away at the top of the order. Harry Hooper, 1 for 3 on the day, batting .302. Caldwell glances over at Hendrickson, gets his sign. He throws. And there is a dribbler to short. He's going to beat it out. That is an infield hit for Harry Hooper. The Red Sox have something going here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Runners on first and second. Stepping to the plate, pinch hitter, Nunemaker. He's pinch hitting for the first baseman, Engel. Caldwell checks the runners. Gets the sign. He's into his windup. Here's the pitch. He's got it. Unbelievable. Red Sox do not score. 3-1 Yankees. As we go to the bottom of the inning, the Yankees lead 3-1. Red Sox failed to take advantage of their 2 runners on in the top of the 7th. The Yankees will send up Holden, Sweeney, and Peckinpah. We have a new pitcher for the Red Sox. Matt Zeiser is pitching for the Red Sox. He's been in 1 game this year. And this appears to be the one. This must be his first appearance because I don't remember seeing him. last season, he wasn't playing either. He's a rookie. He gets a sign from Thomas. He's facing Holden. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second, over to first. He's out. Holden, who was 1 for 3 today, is now 1 for 4. Sweeney stepping in, 0 for 2, batting 194. Zeiser has the sign. He winds. He fires. There's a fly ball into shallow center field. The shortstop going out. Shortstop puts it away for the out. 2 up, 2 down, bottom of the 7th. As Peckinpah steps in, this game is moving right along at 40 minutes. This could be an all-time quickie. Zeiser gets the sign. Peckinpah 2 for 3 today. Here's the pitch. Strikes out looking. And the Yankees go down in order as we go to the top of the 8th. The Yankees lead 3-1. Okay, here we go. Red Sox have 6 outs to get 2 runs. Let's see what they can do with Speaker, Lewis, and Gardner up. I failed to mention in the last inning that we have a new not a new right fielder. We have a new first baseman in Jarvin who went in the 9th spot in the order. And Zeiser went in the 2nd spot in the order, which is the proper double switch. Caldwell still pitching a great game, allowing 5 hits on 1 run. Here's Caldwell's pitch to Speaker. Bounding ball to second. Truesdale up with it. Over to Williams for the out. 1 down. Lewis 0 for 1 on the day. Caldwell gets his sign. He winds. He fires. There's a line drive in the left field. Base hit. It drops in front of the left fielder. Duffy Lewis gets his first hit of the day to go along with 1 RBI. He knocked in the run. Red Sox have the tying run coming to the plate with a runner on first base in the form of Duffy Lewis. Larry Gardner, the third baseman, a left-handed batter, due up. The 0 for 3 today, 212 on the season. Caldwell checks the runner. Here's the pitch. He swings and misses on an 0-2 count. 2 outs for the Red Sox here in the top of the 8th. Steve Yerke's 0 for 3 today. Lewis still on first base. Caldwell gets his sign. He winds. He fires. And there's a bounding ball to first. Williams up with it. Steps on the bag for the out. At the end of 7.5, 3-1 Yankees. Okay, here we go. Bottom of the 8th inning, Truesdale, the pitcher Caldwell in the top of the order, due up. Zeiser to face Truesdale, who's 1 for 3 today. Here's the pitch. Bounding ball to third. Gardner up with it. Over to first. Janvin has it for the out. 1 up, 1 down for New York. Caldwell, the pitcher, due up 1 for 1. He knocked in a run his last time up. Zeiser has his sign. He's into his windup. Here's the pitch. Bounding ball to second. Yerke's up with it. Over to Janvin for the out. 2 up, 2 down for New York here in the bottom of the 8th. Maisel steps in. 1 for 4 today. 206 for the season. Zeiser's pitched 1 2/3 innings of no-hit ball. Just what the doctor ordered. He winds. Here's the pitch to Zeisel. He pops it up. Third baseman is under it. It's taken forever to come down. It just came down. He is out. 1, 2, 3 go to the Yankees in the eighth, and we go to the top of the ninth inning. Yankees lead 3-1. Top of the ninth, the Red Sox last chance. They send up Scott, Thomas, and Janvrin. Line score in the game in New York, 3-12-0. Red Sox 1-6-1. Caldwell gets his sign, looks in. Scott's 0 for 3 on the day. And he walks him. He's still 0 for 3 on the day, batting 194, but now as he's on first base, and Caldwell allows the tying run to step to the plate in the form of pinch hitter Bill Kerrigan. The manager calls his own number, sends himself in to bat in place of Pinch Thomas. This season, Kerrigan's hitting 417, sorry. Okay, here we go. Scott on first base. Caldwell checks the runner, gets his sign out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Red Sox have the tying run on first. Hal Janvrin stepping to the plate. He's 3 for 8 in limited action so far this year. I'm not much of a manager, but sort of calls for a bunt, don't you think? Scott and Kerrigan take their lead. Caldwell has the sign. Here's the pitch. There's the bunt. The play's at first. The batter's out 3-4. Scott to third, Kerrigan to second. Red Sox have the tying run on second. One down here in the top of the ninth. Excuse me. Harry Hooper, who's 2 for 4, batting .318, steps in. A base hit would tie this game. Kerrigan takes a modest lead at second. Scott takes a little bigger one at third. Caldwell looks in, gets the sign, pitching from the stretch. And there it is, a base hit. No, he throws to the plate. He is going to be, what is he going to be? Fielder's choice at home. He's out. I couldn't tell by the play. I couldn't tell by that in the play-by-play. Pitcher's fielder's choice at home. Ground ball. There it is. I blew it because I didn't see it, but it's out 4-2, 2 away, top of the ninth inning. Red Sox have the tying run on first base now instead of second. The pitcher is due up. I can't believe they're going to let him hit. They're going to let him hit. I have this game being managed by the AI. Here's the pitch. Strikes him out looking. Why would they let the pitcher hit? That's the game, folks. Yankees win 3-1. Yankees 3 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Red Sox 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error. And there's Yankees lining up on the field to congratulate one another here at the Polo Grounds on May 1st, 1914. Well, hard to believe how that game ended. I take a page out of Beatles' playbook and allow them both teams to be managed by the AI so I don't influence. Being a big Red Sox fan, there's always a chance I'll manage the Red Sox a lot better than the AI will manage the Yankees. But that's the game, folks. Line score, once again, 3 runs, 12 hits, no errors for the Yankees, 1-6-1 for the Red Sox. Let's see what the AI writes about this. New York pitcher Ray Caldwell did his part in helping his team beat the Boston Red Sox 3-1. The right-hander kept opposing batters in check throughout the game. Boston falls to 7-4. New York's first baseman Harry Williams contributed him a timely at-bat in the bottom of the fourth with 2 down. He hit a curveball into left field for a run-scoring single. It was the 9th hit of the season and put the Yankees ahead 2-1. Williams attributed the win to energy and focus on the part of everyone. Well, let's leave the game and check a couple of things. Let's check the games today. These games are not all finished, but let's see what we can do here. One of the things I think I do to finish that, excuse me 1 second. Let's finish today and it'll finish those games. Okay, now we can go to the scores. Those were yesterday's games. Let me go back to the first. Red Sox lose 3-1 on the channel here. That's the game you just witnessed. Final in 10 innings, Philadelphia lost to the Senators 5-2. They fall to 7-4 to fall with the Red Sox. They're still tied with the Red Sox. Pittsburgh Pirates lose 7-6 at home to the Reds. As we go back up here, the White Sox lost 9-2. They fall to 10-5. Tigers go to 4-11. The St. Louis Browns lose at home to the Cleveland Naps. They are now 8-6. They lose 6-3. And the New York Giants, as I put this one up here, the New York Giants defeated the Boston Braves 6-1. The Braves go to 1-9. They're going to really have to make a comeback to win the pennant in 1914 in my Out of the Park 24 league. And the final game of the day, Cubs beat the Cardinals 2-1. Cubs are now 2-12. St. Louis is 10-5. Let's check the standings. It's approaching 11 o'clock. We'll get out of here. Beatles should be coming on here shortly. White Sox still lead in the American League with a 10-5 record, one game ahead of Philadelphia and Boston. All three teams lost. As a matter of fact, the Browns lost, so all four teams on the top of the division, the top of the league, lose and hold place. The Reds 11-3 with a 1.5 game lead over Brooklyn, the Giants, and St. Louis. The Reds lead those three teams by 1.5 games. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by and watching today. I was a little rusty. I apologize for the rusty play-by-play, but hopefully we'll be back on in a few more days with a little less rust, a little earlier in the day. And I just want to thank everybody for coming by. We have Dwayne Martz. We have Al Red Sox fan. And bear with me as I glance over here. Ken Castro stopped by. Ken Castro stopped by. Thanks, Ken. I appreciate it. I want to thank everybody for coming in today, and I hope you all have a wonderful end of your Friday and a great weekend. We'll see you later on the channel. Have a nice evening.